Bro, it just comes to the point, like you get to the point of you get tired of fighting the system. You just do. There just comes to a point where it's pointless. So it's okay, bro. Whatever. I'm just going to work and I'm going to do the best I can and I'm going to earn my paycheck.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Dr. Chris here with Vince Russo for another Roddy Russo. Very nice. How's your Giants doing, Vince?
Yeah, it's over. It's done. Put a fork in them. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm just trying to win my fantasy leagues right now because it's a nice chunk of change if I can close out the season.
Oh, really?
Okay. Yeah.
You got to get me hip, man. You got to get me hip to this fantasy baseball stuff, man.
Yeah.
I think it's your job. I think it's your turn to hit me with this baseball. I'm starting to get back into the guards again. Like I told you, they're one game as of this recording. They're only one game behind Detroit as far as just the AL is concerned, and so then behind New York and Boston in the wild card. So I'm it's one of those things, man, when the guards come back to life, then I start to become interested again.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, I hear that. Yep.
I'm interested. All right, let's talk about AJ Styles' son, AJ, replying to a fan who said Triple H was disrespecting AJ Styles with his booking. AJ replied, "You ain't the only one." The comment was deleted after that. What do you think about AJ Styles' son talking about the disrespect of his father's booking in the WWE?
I don't understand with "you ain't the only one." Oh, he isn't the only one who thinks that.
Who thinks that, yeah.
God, I wonder how old that kid is now. Do we know how old he is? I remember when those kids were born, man.
Wasn't it like they were born in TNA era,
yeah,
right? Because he ended up having the tat.
Yeah, with the kids,
Yeah. So, I mean, AJ Styles, that has to be what? Early 2010s, maybe?
Yeah. God, let me see.
See how old this AJ son is. AJAY, right?
Yeah,
AJ Styles.
Here's his Wikipedia.
Yeah, I'm interested too.
God, look at this history in this Wikipedia. My God. Gee whiz. I don't know if I've ever seen one this long.
Yeah, he's really good. So he has a 20-year-old, an 18-year-old, and a 16-year-old.
So it's probably the older one, I would say. Probably
AJ's the 20-year-old.
Yeah.
So he's 20. And then Avery is 18, and Albie is 16. So AJ's a 20-year-older. Yeah. So
wow.
Yeah. 2005, man. So yeah. So his adult son agreeing with him. So there you go, man. What do you think about that, Vince?
Bro, seriously, if we look at both shows and we look at that entire roster, I mean, seriously, as a shoot, who is getting booked well? Who's really getting booked well? You think people care about Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker? I don't. I don't think people care about them at all. Who's getting booked?
Not outside the fans barking, for Bronson, for Braun Breaker every week. That's really about it. And that pigeonholes Braun too, man, because you're just as good as the barks the fans give you. You know what I mean? That really pigeonholes him as a character, which I don't like because he's very talented. You just said that AJ has a lengthy resume on Wikipedia. Haven't seen the resume that AJ Styles has on another Wikipedia page.
Bro, why not? Why not do a story where a guy is coming down with the realization that he's at the end of his career. And that's not what they're doing with Cena. Cena is, I am a movie star. This is going to be my last wrestling run. That's so I'm talking about a guy like AJ that has been wrestling since his early 20s, and he knows he's looking at the end square in the eye, still thinks he has a little left in the tank, might have slowed down. I mean, give me that. I mean, give me Rocky going into fight Ivan Drago, where he was really doubting himself, and his wife had a, Adrian had to kick him in the back. Give me that. That's a given story. That story's already there.
I was thinking about, Vince. I think that they should have started AJ Styles being on just like a desperation tour, just feeling very despondent. Just, dude's, 40, he's born in 77. So he's 48, I think he turned 48 already. So 48 years old and approaching the tail end of his career. Why not have an angle where he just feels like he's done? He's like, all right, man, that was really my last ditch effort to have relevance. I really wanted the Intercontinental Championship. I was vying for that. I haven't been champion in a long time. I haven't had any belt. I've been relegated to these feuds. I'm done. Have his son, AJ, come and prep him, and have a B-roll of him just sitting down in his house and AJ saying, what are you doing, man? Get your butt up, Dad. You wouldn't tell me this. You wouldn't tell me that. Yeah. You wouldn't have me give up with that. Yeah. And just have him motivate him that way. And then have AJ Styles win the daggone Royal Rumble. You'll have that fandom. You'll have that connection with the fans of, you can do it. That's that everyman, hard worker mentality of persevering. That's that everyman mentality. So have AJ Styles continue to have B-rolls and saying, I don't know, man. And he's even reluctant to go into the Royal Rumble. What I mean? He's like, I don't know, man. I've never won the Royal Rumble. I've had many chances, and I don't think so. And then you have AJ prepping him up again, pep talking him up again. And then all of a sudden, you have, okay, well, sure. If you want to be in the Royal Rumble, you're going to be at number one. And AJ's like, I don't know, man. And then you have people pep talking him. And then you have AJ win the Royal Rumble. The fans would get so much behind that. And if the fans are really big into matches, have Seth keep that title until WrestleMania. Man, AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins would blow the roof off. It would tear their house down as far as quality of match. And have AJ win the title at the end of this story, man. Yeah. How would that hurt? Especially since you're not bringing in casuals and you're just literally booking title versus title nothing matches now. Why don't you have a story that leads to AJ winning the championship at a WrestleMania? That's a marquee match enough. AJ Styles, a Hall of Famer, waiting to happen. And you have a story behind this as far as AJ winning the championship. That, to me, I would be interested in a story like that. So yeah. Do you think at this point AJ Styles is phoning it in? Not in the ring so much, but as far as just like storyline, like, all right, I'll take what you give me.
Yeah, I mean, bro, when AJ is a very, very, very proud guy and a very, very, very hard worker. But, bro, it just comes to the point, like you get to the point of you get tired of fighting the system. You just do. There just comes to a point where it's pointless. So it's okay, bro, whatever. I'm just going to work and I'm going to do the best I can and I'm going to earn my paycheck.
To that point, there's not many people who's not doing that nowadays. You know what I mean? Like, it's even to the point of there's rumors, and I really don't like rumors too much, but there were discussions of internet talk of reports that Cena was originally scheduled to win the WrestlePalooza match. And we end up seeing Brock win the match and handily. And so it's like, do you even have someone like a Cena you know, not even really caring about going to bat or just really defending, you know, any type of decision that's been made, even if it flip flops. Are we to that point where even someone like a Cena wouldn't defend a decision that's made in creative?
Well, I maybe, bro, because remember they pulled his last match out of Boston. His last
Yeah.
match isn't taking place,
DC.
and that was probably a big deal to him, I would
Absolutely.
think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So who knows, bro? It's who knows? This company just feels like it's just so all over the place, bro. It's hard to keep up with. It really, like somebody just sent in that donation with this another pay-per-view in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I can't even keep up with this stuff, man.
Yeah. And it's in Perth, but of course you'll get the hardcore fans that will watch it. You know what I mean? And so, the Mark Shapiro just had an interview, man. He's like, hey, let's bring up those margins. Let's raise those ticket prices. Vince McMahon didn't do it right when it comes to selling the tickets. He was looking for he was looking out for the families. Us, on the other hand, not so much. We don't care about the families. We care about the bottom line, the dollars and cents. And so, if someone would have asked him that question, in an interview, like, what would you say about Mark Shapiro's comments of you saying that you having ticket prices for the families, but they changing that model? What do you think Vince McMahon would say working with him for something?
I think Vince McMahon would say that they have no idea who the wrestling fan is. I think that's what Vince McMahon would say.
Yeah. And when it comes to TKO, I doubt that many people actually follow the product. They're just looking at the bottom line, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.